old, so I've been dancing for 37 years, and I started off in the rec council and remained in the rec council all of my life. I also danced through high school and also through community theater. I've been dancing since I was 4, so that would be 20 years. I have been dancing since I've been dancing for like 18 years or something.
I've been dancing since I was 5, and then I went away for college, so I took like a 4-year break, and now I'm back. This is my first.
So I started teaching dance 5 years ago. I actually started teaching where I started dance when I was 3. I taught ballet, tap, jazz, hip hop, and then eventually I started teaching point and other different styles of dance.
I am celebrating my 20th year of teaching dance through Parkville Recreation. So I've been teaching here for that, but I also have taught in local high schools for musical theater and also local churches for musical theater.
Teaching for 7 years here.
Growing up, I really wanted to be an assistant, and then one day I got really lucky, and through a series of events, I became an assistant. And then I started teaching 6 years ago for dance stations, 5 or 6.
This is my first year teaching dance, and I'm teaching the adaptive dance, so 6 through 11-year-olds with disabilities.
Not only do I teach multiple classes throughout the week of ages 3 through adult, college age, I also serve as the executive teachers director, so I make sure that all of our classes are running smoothly, students are assigned to their proper classes, and I work with the teachers on all classroom management issues that come up, and also with fundraising for costumes and costume ordering, all those kind of things.
I am a teacher and assistant of 3 to college, and I am the assistant to the executive teacher director. And that pretty much means that I just help and do a little extra. So I help with costume ordering, I help with scheduling classes, I help with problems in the classroom, and coming up with new incentives and ideas of how to help kids.
I have been with Dance Station since I was 4 years old, and it's really exciting actually because the teachers that I have been learning from since I was 4 are now good friends, and it's been like a family since I've been a kid.
Ditto.
So dance is a way to express yourself. It's a way for you to feel empowered and also share your ideas through movement.
My passion and my outlet. Stress reliever. Dance is hard work. Ooh.
So I look up to a lot of commercial dancers, so like Travis Wall, Misty Copeland, the kind of people you see in commercials and also producing musicals, things like that.
Well, I think growing up it was always, so I'm a little bit older I guess, so for me it was watching MTV and like seeing all the dancers on there and living color, and then once I started dancing more and becoming a teacher, then it started being other teachers and other choreographers that I started falling in love with and modeling myself after, like Misty Copeland or Mia Michaels are 2 of my ultimate favorites.
So kind of like her, just definitely watching like Sierra and like people on TV and in music videos, I started there, and then like really appreciating the Nutcracker once I got older, and definitely like with Misty Copeland in the Nutcracker and like helping with all that, that definitely inspires me.
Yeah, so also when I was little, actually dancing through Parkville Recreation, we had a rock act come and teach us and dance with us, and they came in their full costume with their hat, and we all got to try on the hat, and a local news station came and recorded us. So, yep, I still got it on VCR. I've always been very inspired by choreographers like Wade Robson, Mia Michaels, some of our dance teachers at the program, and then also Misty Copeland. Actually, also the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. I love them. I'm actually a really big fan of theirs. They do a lot of different stuff, and I really love them.
I went to college for teaching just makes me feel really happy, so that's why I teach it.
Yeah. Those who I listed, especially Misty Copeland, for example, really inspire me to keep dancing.
Seriously.
Okay.
Seeing my sister's motivation for dance and getting better all the time. Don't roll your eyes, I'm being serious. It definitely brought out my love, and I was so excited to come back knowing that my sister was here to go through that with me.
Okay, so
Oh, and Misty Copeland.
So I learned about her when I was at CCBC pursuing my dance degree. She's a really big role model in the dance community, being the first African American principal dancer of the American Ballet Theater.
I guess one of my big things that made me really interested in her was when she did the Under Armour ad. So finally seeing a girl, and especially a dancer, because there's no representation for dancers in the media at this point, I feel. And so seeing someone on such a big scale of just on point, it was just this great attraction. Oh my gosh, there's someone just like me on TV now.
I agree with that, and also she got to be highlighted more and more on So You Think You Can Dance and some of the other big name TV shows. So it was really nice to see her on there and bringing the ballet technique to some of these shows, because I think so many times it's more on a hip hop focus and contemporary lyrical focus, that she brought the technique to it. And I love that she was using terminology and things like that. When I was younger, she was a really big deal. She went through a lot of discrimination and stuff like that, and it was really publicized. So she was kind of in the media a lot, and then you kind of look into her dancing, and she's amazing. So
I just saw her as a dancer, and then she started being in the Under Armour commercials and stuff, and I always was into Under Armour and sports stuff, so it just brought her out.
Just her motto, so she's very hardworking and passionate, and you can tell throughout her dancing. She's overcome so much in her lifetime, and she gives back to the community by really empowering dancers to follow their dreams and pursue their passion in dance.
she's awesome. Overall, she's great. She not only is just this role model to everybody, but she's also an amazing dancer. She doesn't let things stop her. She fights through any trials and tribulations that she's going through, and she doesn't let the world stop her, and I love that.
I think just the fact that she is, I feel like a lot of girls, and when they're 3 or 4, we see a lot of time for dance. But you only hear about not primary, you only hear about these weird things or studios, and it's kind of bringing that seeing that as a person, a real person, instead of just the people in your dance class. I love that she is advocating for that.
Her motto, so she's very hardworking and passionate, and you can tell throughout her dancing. She's overcome so much in her lifetime, and she gives back to the community by really empowering dancers to follow their dreams and pursue their passion in dance.
So I once heard her talk about how you can bring the passion back into the classroom, and how so many times we forget why we started dancing in the first place. And we get so focused on technique, and we get so focused on making sure everyone looks the same and it's a cookie cutter across the floor, that we forget why we all started dancing in the first place. And it's because we have this passion in our heart. And she helps remind me of that sometimes it's not all about the performance.
I think, kind of going off that, because I agree, but also feeling the music. I think a lot of times we focus on how we focus on the words, but it's just letting your body do natural things that feel the different parts of the music and interpreting it in your own way.
Just discipline. I think she stresses that a lot. She said in an interview, people ask her what she does for a job, after she finishes dancing, and people don't recognize how much work we put into the dances, both in the classroom and when we go home and everything like that. So just discipline.
I think the perseverance, when she got hurt and she came back anyway, I took a 4-year break, and I was really nervous about coming back and not being as good as everybody else, and just knowing that I could just persevere and do as hard as I can.
and I ended up breaking both of my ankles in front of my class that was in there at the time. I was out and rehabbing for 3 to 6 months, but I got back on the stage, and it's nice when you're going through that to know someone else did it, and they continue to do it, and they continue to flourish in the dance industry, and they continue to teach, and they continue to dance, and so it gave me motivation to know that my career wasn't over either.
And I think even with just having our Dancing with the Stars, so you can do dance.
So you need to dance.
Yeah. Just kind of hearing, like even our girls at dance, like if their parents are watching it and then they hear like, oh yeah, and it's like, oh I know that word. I think just getting that into the reality of things that you see every day, like that's a huge inspiration of like, oh, I really actually, like this is important stuff and I'm using it on TV.
Yes, Misty Copeland is definitely an inspiration to dancers, especially since we kind of have this one image in our mind of ballerinas, and she definitely brings diversity to the sport and and dance in general. So to have our girls be able to look at and our boys to be able to look at someone who doesn't necessarily fit into the mold is very inspiring to them.
I agree.
I would just tell her what an impact she's made on my life, looking at all that she's overcome, all the obstacles she's had to face, and how she's done it with such grace and poise to be basically at the top of the ballet pyramid.
I would thank her for everything that she does, and I would thank her for being her and being an inspiration to me as an educator and as a dance teacher and as a dancer, because I think so many times they're not thanked for everything that they do.
Yeah, like just being appreciative towards her and like, and just how she like continues to inspire girls every day, and like even though she hasn't met all of them, like her work does not just stop when she does well.
I just asked her what she's doing next because it feels like she doesn't really stop. She keeps going, so I just want to know what she's doing next and what to look forward to.
So I think it's interesting that Under Armour now has this amazing bag that can also be a dance bag. So we always look for new products to be able to bring into our classroom and to give to our teachers. So I think the fact that now some of these are specific to teachers and dance teachers in particular, we could definitely get these for all of our staff.
Yeah, I'm definitely more inclined to buy from Under Armour because I feel like once every group is represented in some way, you feel more like, oh, I want to use that too, because now I feel like it's geared towards what I want to do in life.
I actually love Under Armour. I loved Under Armour for years. I had enough for. I actually am wearing Under Armour right now. I'm a big fan of Under Armour, but it is definitely cool because a lot of sports programs and stuff like that. Our dance program actually got Under Armour bags for all the teachers and everything like that. And it's definitely cool because a lot of sports apparel, places, distributors really gear towards men's sports and they don't really pay attention to women's